Lots of things appear to be getting set up for the Wyatts Sicks, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's new for the Raw Netflix premiere, Roman Reigns, and more. Starting things off with some exciting news and notes for the Raw Netflix premiere, because more big things continue to pour out about this event. With a premiere of this magnitude, fans are expecting everything from big returns, premium live event quality matches, big appearances, and much more. And telling by all the reports that are going around, it appears like WWE will be checking off each of those expectation boxes that fans have for the show. The oldest rumor of the bunch is obviously the topic of Becky Lynch making her WWE return during this premiere. Becky had attended several of the WWE and Netflix media events, and fans still are taking that as an understanding that Becky will have a big role to play in this premiere episode. But now, even more pieces of intel are slowly starting to come out. Reports are now claiming that Seth Rollins versus CM Punk in a singles match is allegedly set for the Netflix premiere. There's no solid confirmation on that, but reports are heavily implying that Seth Rollins versus Punk is happening here. And if that match is on the card, that could count as a premium live event quality match that fans were anticipating. It'll also be a big deal because CM Punk himself has not wrestled a match on Monday Night Raw since January 2014. So it'll be his first Raw match in 11 years. And there's no other big Raw episode to break that streak than the Netflix premiere. But the big matches don't stop there. It's now being reported that even Roman Reigns will be in action and competing in a match at the premiere. This is massive news because any fan that closely follows Roman will know that seeing him wrestle outside premium live events has become absolutely non-existent in recent years. So the fact that Roman Reigns could be lacing up his boots for a match on Raw is probably one of the biggest headlines of the night. Roman's opponent for the Netflix premiere remains unknown, but considering that his main program is with the New Bloodline right now, maybe there's a chance it could be against someone like Solo or Jacob, so that'll be exciting. On top of those big rumored matches and returns, you also have the confirmed John Cena appearance that's been locked in from Cena himself and WWE. So there's no theorizing and speculating there. Cena will be on the show, no doubt about it. WrestleVotes is also reporting that The Rock is set to make an appearance on the Netflix premiere. The Rock's most recent WWE appearance at Bad Blood was a bit disappointing because he didn't do anything during that appearance, and it had no follow-up. So if he does make an appearance during the Netflix premiere, hopefully it'll be a much more impactful role than Bad Blood. As far as what The Rock could be getting up to at this show, well, the possibilities are endless because of all the current oppositions will be playing big roles as well all over the show. Cody Rhodes is set to make an appearance at the show, and Roman Reigns is set to be in this alleged match. So a surprise appearance from The Rock could be taking place during that Cody segment or during Roman's match. It's interesting that an appearance from The Rock is being rumored for this event because the other big recent rumor is that The Rock is not going to be able to make it to WrestleMania 41. So if he appears at the premiere, there's a strong chance that whatever he does that night will be another one-off thing and will not actually set up a match and program for WrestleMania. WrestleVotes also reported that anyone that's currently signed with a Legends deal could also be making a little appearance at the event as well. So there was already a lot of hype behind this big episode of Raw, but the hype has grown even more with all these latest new reports. It's looking like this could very well end up being one of the greatest episodes in the show's 30 plus years in existence. Now let's get into some new possibilities for Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Sicks. After weeks of torturing each other through words, surprise attacks, and other things of that nature, the Wyatts and the Final Testament finally met in the ring in a 6-man tag match. Uncle Howdy and the Wyatts appeared to have the match in their control until Scarlett got involved. Nikki Cross eventually came out to cancel out Scarlett. But who the Wyatts were not accounting for was the returning Paul Ellering. Paul threw a substance in Howdy's face, which opened up the door for Cross to pin Howdy. If the last few weeks have taught us anything, it's the fact that the Wyatts Sicks will not just go quietly into the night following a loss. especially one that came from cheating. So this feud should absolutely continue, with the Wyatts now looking to get retribution against the Final Testament. But with the return of Paul, the Final Testament officially wins the numbers game over the Wyatts 6-5. So could Uncle Howdy be forced to look for some reinforcements to even out the numbers game again? If so, there's two perfect people that are waiting for the phone call, and that's Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss. Two individuals that have spent a lot of time with the Wyatt universe in recent years, and everyone is waiting on their returns. Not only would it be a big return for either Strowman or Bliss, but it would be a huge moment of them stepping back into the Wyatt universe. That's a moment so big and special that it sounds like it'd perfectly fit the card for the Raw Netflix premiere. That big moment of Braun Strowman reuniting with the Wyatts to save them from a future attack from Karrion Kross and AOP. Even just on paper, that seems like an incredible moment, and it would be so great to see Strowman back involved with the Wyatts, because he was extremely close to Bray Wyatt on screen and in real life. Same thing goes for the 6 spot going to Alexa Bliss. That would also be an incredible Raw Netflix premiere moment. You can either plug Strowman or Bliss into that spot, and it'll be a big return either way, no matter who you go with for that role. So the Final Testament does need to be treading lightly, because Howdy does have these two former Wyatt family members that he could bring in any week now. CM Punk's favor continues to be one of the most mysterious and intriguing story plots that's going on right now. Punk agreed to help the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series, but only in a return of that one big-time favor. Punk was asked about the favor again during an interview with Jackie Redmond, and he said that it's something personal between Paul Heyman and himself. No real other information besides that was given, but there was another part of Raw that looked like it could be connected to CM Punk, and maybe even his special Paul Heyman favor. While speaking of Finn Balor, Gunther repeatedly referred to himself as the best in the world. That's a label that's obviously having a lot of ties to CM Punk, and it's something that Punk has been referring to himself for over a decade now. And Punk has expressed interest in coming after Gunther and the world title in recent months, but something always got in the way of those plans. So could CM Punk's favor turn out to be Paul Heyman pulling some backstage strings for him in order to finally get a world title match with Gunther? That sounds like something big and important enough to serve as this favor. And that favor could even bring some tension up between Roman and Heyman, because Roman as well has been trying to get a world title match to redeem himself for WrestleMania 40, but he hasn't gotten it yet. So it might make Roman feel some type of way if Paul Heyman helps CM Punk get a world title match before Heyman helps him get a world title match. It may make Roman feel like Paul Heyman is choosing favorites and preferring to make moves only for CM Punk, and that could very well end up setting up the stage for Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. So a lot to look forward to there with this mysterious favor and how it could tie back to Roman versus Punk. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.